Of the plant-based nutrition meals, this one is my favorite. The soup tastes like East Indian food, and it's just satisfying. You just can't believe how good it is. So right here is the soup. It is sweet potato and leeks and peanut butter and tomato sauce. Doesn't look like it, but it is. Doesn't taste like it, but it is. And to complete the meal, I added one slice, well, about 1/2 of an inch of pineapple, fresh pineapple, and you could slice that up for people to be able to eat with a fork. And I have a multi-grain sprouted wheat roll that will help you eat it so that you can sop it all up. And I hope you try it. Of all the soups that I love in this plant-based nutrition, it is my favorite. And I modified it from a recipe so that you could have it. So let's get started. Vegetables: vegetable broth, tomato paste, and a leek. Starch: bread, sweet potato, peanut butter. Spices: ginger, curry, cumin, and hoisin sauce. Fruit: pineapple. The first thing we have to do is we're going to have to wilt some leeks. And because this diet does not allow you to use oil, we're going to wilt them in water. So I've put on some water to boil, and I'm going to slice up a leek, and this is 1/2 of a big one. And this was a huge leek. So I'm using 1/2 of it, and you have to do them kind of thin because you want them to get all the flavor out. Okay, now that's the leek. Now before I came to doing this, I washed it. I took them apart and washed each one of the layers to be sure, because leeks are notorious for being dirty inside. So they aren't dirty now. So now let's put them in the pot. Now we're going to dump this into the water. And you got to stir them to be sure that they are all covered with water. They're not covered with it. It's not enough water to cover them. But you will be surprised when we come back in just a few seconds how these will wilt down. And in here I have 2 tablespoons of water waiting for them. Now you can see that it is bubbling, and to help it make it wilt, we put a lid on, crack it just a little, and we go and do our potatoes. While our leeks are wilting, we will cut up a sweet potato, and we're going to do that because we have to peel it and put it on the roster. And you know, as soon as the leeks are done, that's when we start putting everything in the pot. So I take a potato peeler and I peel down. See, it's easy as pie. Oops. Well, almost easy as pie. If there's a little bit of skin on, it doesn't really matter. But this way it's a little safer for you to cut it off. So, get that off the cutting board. Now we're going to cut it up. Now we're supposed to cut it into 1/4 inch slices. And you know, the reason why I use a potato peeler, you notice that there's still some white around the yellow part of the sweet potato, and that's because the peeling is so thin. And you know, you think this is going to be not enough, but it is. Oops. Okay, we'll put it in line over here. And this is what we're fixing to do now. We're going to put all of this into the pot, because I think that the leeks are wilted. Let's see. See how they're wilted down and they're real soft. So that is perfect. Now we're going to add some spices. There is a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of turmeric, and a teaspoon of garlic. And these are the secret ingredients. So you put those in. Oh, it smells so good already. Then you put in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And you wouldn't believe what 2 tablespoons would do. It just makes, this is the most beautifully colored soup that there is. And this is the hoisin sauce. Now I use that instead of any other because the flavor is mild. And if you wanted something more than that, then what you can do is add tomato sauce. You can add the hot sauce. And this is peanut butter. You have 1.5 tablespoons of peanut butter. And then you stir this up, and you be sure that it coats everything. See how pretty that is? And this is sign of things to come, because this is the color of the soup. This soup is very healthy. Very healthy, because it's got wonderful things in it, especially the soup, especially the sweet potatoes. So now we're going to add 2 cups of vegetable broth, low sodium. And the one I find is really good. You stir that up really well. Oh my goodness, you should smell this. The spices add a lot of flavor. And you'll notice that there is no salt added, or there's no salt in anything except the hoisin sauce, which is a little. And then we're going to put in our sweet potatoes. And you want to be sure that they are not, you want to be sure that they're all separated. See? Oh. And then you cover it and you let it cook for about 20 minutes. And it is delicious. And it's going to be done when the sweet potatoes are easy to put a fork in. So we will put it on for 20 minutes. 20. And then we'll see what it looks like. Our timer says we're down to about 10 seconds. So let's check the potatoes to see if they're done. Oh, there it is. It's perfect. They come out. Ah, perfect. So let's take this over here. Right here. There is a delectable soup. Now, to make it really creamy, and you will not believe what this does to it, you put immersion blender into the pot and you get it down on the bottom, because you don't want, people don't really like to eat the leeks. And you want to mash up some of the potatoes, but you want to leave a few of them whole so that you can eat them. And as soon as you don't see any leeks in it, I think that's ready. And since there is no more substance, you only have the substance in the juice. So let me get a ladle and we'll ladle in the bowl. Isn't that lovely? And you should smell this. It is wonderful. So let's get started and let's eat.